Azimjon, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming here talking to me on a Sunday. Let's register this information. And thank you for your
Thank
time.
You.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. Well, welcome.
I have the 4 questions for you and an extra one at the end, right? Can you please tell me the name of your company and when you started it?
Initially, it was a small company named RIKS Education. RIKS stands for the Research Institute for Knowledge Systems, but actually, it was named after the daughter of the sponsor, Azimjon. So Mr. Sardar gave me, his father, gave me a budget to open the company. It was about 2007, so it was more than 15 years by now.
More than 15 years, yeah.
We started from one computer, one staff. So the staff she's my sister, but now we have like more than 30 staff. In my private sector, as you know, I have a different job that I will tell you later. So, but it's for the education abroad program. So we are working many years in this sphere.
Excellent. And how did you start working with international education? I mean, so many things you could do. You were a talented young man. Why international education?
Okay, so I dreamed about visiting countries. So I always wanted to see London only like once upon my time. But we had, as you know, so difficult situations in the history, the business opportunities were less. But later in my school, my hobby was learning languages, learning English. And then I started Japanese, but I then left and started German. English was the key point for my vision to look forward. So this language helped me a lot in this history or the future. So it's still helping me. And then my dream came true. Another agent invited me to be a group leader for her mini group, including like 4 kids. And for the first time ever, I'm traveling at the age of like 19 or 20. It was an international flight. I had my language center, not the education abroad agency at that time. Then I left Tashkent and landed in London, and all problems has started. No one was in transit. There was no transfer. The host family didn't meet us. So it was in the first time ever, because I was not the agent. Everything was not double checked. Then but I didn't lose myself. I take the responsibility. I take the very good opportunity to do a task by myself. So I talked to the school, and imagine that 2 weeks holiday were not arranged at all, like Oyster cards, the Madame Tussauds or London Eye was not booked, but the all payment was done. Then I talked to the school and explained beautifully how to manage this situation. It was the zone 4 in London, so it's far from the London. Zone 1. Then after that, the 4 or 5 kids were so happy from us, so they wanted to use their visas. As you know, the visa is given for 6 months, full multiply options. So they asked me to do a tour again in London in spring. But this time, parents wanted me to do everything by myself from my agency. It was the first step. If I had everything on time, if I had no issues with the visas or etc. in London, I wouldn't start my job, because I thought that it was very difficult. But for God's wish, everything depends on me. So I tried to take the control and to open the education sector. So this was my first experience. It was my first the wish. to visit London. Initially, now I have visited more than 40 times of the United Kingdom. I have even, you know, Ivan, sometimes the UK border agents, they recognize me. Oh, are you again here?
You're back.
I say, yes, I'm back. So I like a home. So I'm very happy that our team, RIKS Education, has a very, very like low percentage of refusal. So before the client comes to the office, we explain them about risks, about the responsibility of the customer, about everything. So we do not lie. We do not give a guarantee to the client. It's not a client for us. It's just a family members. Because if you treat your clients as a family members, they would return again and again. So we celebrate the just the message for the celebration, like Happy New Year or Happy Ramadan. So just message as a customer. It's a great customer experience that I learned by the PABA team. So when I was in Canada, so I had so many things to learn. So I visited ISAF, you know, I like so many like fam trips. What I want to add, though, networking is good. So I love networking. I love with working groups, people. That's why education abroad is mine.
No, that's great. Excellent. So it's a very nice way of starting a business, right? You had problems, you solved the problems, and went back home, you said, okay, this can turn into a business. Why not? Yeah. Excellent. And how do you see the future of international education in Uzbekistan? What's coming up next?
Okay, about a year and a half, I was invited to the government position. I'm now a deputy director at government agency that has 74 staff. We have 3 staff around all regions. There are 14 regions in the country, so we are the heads of the team. So our agency is responsible for bringing a new methodology. We are responsible for foreign language learning industry. So Uzbekistan is changing a lot. From my eyes, from my words, it takes about like more 2 hours to talk, because everything is happening for the good reason. So 2 years ago, if you were a school student, you would only get the there is English, like let's take English contest. Yeah, you would go, you will solve the grammar tests, not listening, not speaking. It was ridiculous, but no agency was responsible for that. So our president decided to open and gave like enough budget to do everything clear in the foreign language industry. Now we change it, grammar tests for 4 skills tests, that is recognized tests. We invited more than 35 international providers of testing that I used to work with them when I was a private sector. I met Steve, a Cambridge University Press in London. I met EF team in Berlin, ISAF. I met many people with the help of the international education sector, workshops and seminars. Now I'm using my old experience in the government section, but it's working. Because if you had a chance, I come back to the contest. Yeah, if English contest, if you win, there was a paper of certificate that says you are the winner, and can be a medal, like a plastic medal. That's all. It was all for it. Of course, for us, I had the same medal. Especially, I was very like smart student in my school, but it was very simple school. It was ordinary school, not specialized yet. So it was a big motivation to get the certificate. But now students are getting a ticket to the world. So if you are a winner of German language, you are going to Germany. If you are winning French. Now our 10 teachers are Nice right now. So for 14 days, all included, like tickets, visas, all embassies are working with us. When I was in a private sector, we couldn't work so closely with the embassies because we consider it like the small business. Now, as a government body, we are helping more than thousands. We are working with 45,000 teachers of English, of foreign language teachers in the public sector. We are helping with Oxford University, Cambridge University Press books are implemented in the country. We are helping for teachers. So the teacher should be motivated than the student. If teacher sees the world, you know, even a flight will change your outlook. Flight attendant or meals or everything that starts from the airport. Compare the things, compare the people, compare the culture to get the cultural shock. It's a big experience. And not talk about like seven days in Dubai. Now we are working on the project to give a present, like a new year for good teachers. Every year they would go to Dubai for 7 days with their family, because teachers, if they are motivated enough, they will motivate you as a student, as a parent. So RIKS is playing a good role to give its experience to the government. And of course, government is noticing that. The Prime Minister is helping us a lot when it comes to the budget approving, because you know, in the government sector, you should wait approvals from the local organizations, ministries. It takes a lot of paperwork. But if you have the power as an agency to the sector, so it's good. So we are helping because we have the power right now as an agency.
Oh, that's incredible. That's wonderful. From a small beginning to, you know, helping people all over the country. This is fantastic. Beautiful. Now, you've been on the road and working very hard for 15 plus years now.
Yes.
Is there one lesson that I know you have learned so much, but is there one lesson that you've learned and that you could share with other KIPIA members?
It's a stamina. It's about waiting for the good days. Of course, you will have hard days. You will have problems, but we are alive with them. We should take the risk. We should take the opportunity. Don't wait for the next day. You should start from today. If it comes to the customer service or challenges or renting issues, so all is about for the good reason. My lesson was about my first lesson was when our business about 7 years ago, it was stopped by the tax office. So tax office wanted us to give some taxes. So it's just in a sarcasm, taxes, because we had a different situation 7 years ago. But now, thanks to God that we have excellent politics, excellent new government. We call new Uzbekistan everywhere, because actually everything is being for the people, not for the government. So it was about very hard time. 3 months we couldn't work as an agency, as a language center, but you know, our team has saved my how can I say life? It's my life, it's my family. No staff has left us, so everyone was together. They wanted me to be more brave, not to lose my hopes. But telling the truth, I lost my all hopes, all my appetite to work forwards, because what we did wrong. So more than 150 companies were closed at the same time that works in our industry. Maybe some of the organizations, yes, might be victims, not victims. They might be really, how can I say, guilty for the human trafficking. Might be maybe in other issues. But why others that has zero risk? Because we, as you know, we work only with minors. So students come and come again. If I go and come again, if they didn't come again, so the parents will do a fighting with us. So with my son, with my daughter. But you know, it came to the all problem to all sector. I mean, the education sector. But at that time, I had an email from Ali, from CLLC, as a direct owner, that I was selected as a nominee for the PABA Awards. It's a KPI was the PABA Awards name. So I had the I think the lowest, the bronze is lowest one, yes, the bronze medal. But it saved my life. So I thought that someone needs us. I thought that the customers are our friends, so friends should be together with us for many years. That this award saved our company to look forward, to move forward.
Yeah,
so I'm very grateful, and I advise everyone should challenge himself, and everyone should take part in this kind of awards. It doesn't matter. It's not about money, as you know. We do not get any financial, but it's just recognition. It's a well deserved. It's much more than £1 million. It's more than the hundreds of gifts. So it's just nomination. It's just a present for your hopes and for your stamina.
It's true. And you, well, that's a beautiful lesson. Beautiful. And you were awarded twice, right? I think the second time you were awarded, you were also having some hard times, right?
Yes, it was during the COVID-19 when all agencies had to stop their operation because of the flights were cancelled. But you know, at that time, renting was the most problem thing, because we paid nearly $10,000 per month, because we are big company, big language center, big agency, and everything has started suddenly, and there is no option to work inside the office because it was prohibited to go outside. So we moved our part job home base, but it was very difficult to pay renting, to pay for the teachers, staff. But the second time they showed their loyalty, you know, like the staff who I know for 15 years, they are still with us. We are maybe some of them, they are in a pregnancy leave, maternity leave. Maybe one of them he moved to the USA. Maybe one of them is working in the university. Yeah, but we are still friends. We are still a big family. We protect, we support each other. We send clients to each other. So what I want to say, that time we received another email of KPA awards for the silver award. It was a good, you know, it's again, there is no money, but this is a recognition that forces you to look, to open your eyes. So the world doesn't consist of only business. The world, we do not come to this world for only making money. We are here to see how we are connected to each other, how we can share our experience, how we can help each others. Because if you have a problem, if you overcome your problem, if you try to solve it, the God gives you 2 or 3 gifts for this part of your problems. So our structure is that, our the vision is that struggling is it makes you strong.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a wonderful lesson that you're sharing with us, and it's so nice to see that what happened to me happened to you as well. The awards were so important in my life, and to be able to survive hard moments that we've been through. But yeah, it's nice. It's really great to listen straight from you, which is a dear friend. So I think that's it, my friend. I think I'll let you go because it's Sunday morning in Brazil. It's Sunday afternoon for you in Tashkent. So I think I will stop the recording here, but I can't thank you enough for taking the time. As I know you are very busy. Thank you so much for your time. It was incredible. And I really hope we can meet in person again, as we did in the past in so many different workshops around the world. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Ivan.